guys have been asking for a video on brow wigs, aka 12-hour brow. So the real name, if you're looking on the website, is 12-hour brow, but I call it brow wigs, and so does pretty much all the customers too. So if you haven't heard of these, they are tiny little fibers with a brow gel that has color in it. You can see all the tiny little fibers on the end of this brush that adhere to your hair, making your brows look twice as full. So you can wear it two ways. You can wear it by itself, or you can use a pencil first and then the brow wigs, aka 12-hour brow. If you already have semi-full brows, maybe you have some gray. It is 100% gray cover, which is awesome, so no need to tweeze the gray. You can just enhance your brows. If you don't have a lot of hair to work with, I would recommend doing the pencil with the brow wigs over it to make it look more natural. So let's get started. This color I'm using is called Dusty Brown, and I start right towards the base of my eyebrow, and I draw a little bit more of a baseline where my brows grow a little bit thinner just from years and years of tweezing in this area in the 90s. Then I comb upwards, and you can see how as I'm doing this, it's adding some color and some fibers to make it look even fuller. I absolutely love this stuff. Didn't think I was gonna like it this much, but I like it even more than I thought I would. And then right over here towards the outer edge after the arch, I kind of bring it downwards. If it's a brand new bottle for you, you might want to consider wiping off a little bit. So if you put too much, it's going to put fibers all over your brow, really, really thick and rich. But look at the difference already. If you want that really natural look, this is the way to go. If you're not good at drawing on brows, this is the way to go. Now, if you have a little bit more artistic ability and want more of a defined brow, and your hair is my color, you would use the medium brown. It also comes in taupe for blondes and dark brown for hair that's even darker than mine. Mine's kind of like a medium brown. So I use this side first to kind of comb the brow up to the arch and then down after, and then building a little bit more of a strong baseline. Especially if you don't grow hair here at all, this is a really good trick to make it look like you do. Once you get up to the arch, you create a little bit more height there and then bring it down. If you have thyroid issues and the brows have fallen out towards the end, this is a great way to fake it till you make it with this guy. Then I follow the growth of the hair going upward, a little bit lighter towards that inner corner, and then I get darker, maybe like a centimeter in, and then keep drawing hair-like strokes. Try to avoid drawing a bunch of horizontal lines. That's not how your hair grows, and that looks really fake. So you can see when you compare the two brows, you have brow wigs on this side, a little more natural and fluffy looking, and then this side looks a little bit more stenciled, more perfect looking brows. Now, I like to put the brow wigs over that because it makes what I penciled in look even more natural. Be careful not to get this into your peach fuzz. If you do, it will grab. Kind of got it on top of my brow a little bit, but we'll be all right. I'm also on day 13 of using my Babe Lash that I always talk about on my eyebrows, and I think I'm seeing some new growth today. They look a little bit fuller, which is pretty awesome. Then I'm gonna follow up with the Brow Lift and Eye Base. If you guys watch some of the other tutorials, you know what this is. Super quick, super easy. If you don't have time to do eyeshadow, this at least tones down redness on your eyelid. Remember, nothing goes on your eyelid before these products, but you take the lighter one, which is called Brow Lift Light, with your Brow Lift concealer brush. Just make sure you get all the oil from the concealer off the brush first, and then you apply this underneath the brow wigs, under the outer 2/3 of the brow, to give a lifted look. I always start my eyeshadow process with this just to make everything look nice and clean, hide any little hairs that need to be tweezed, and I am an OCD eyebrow picker, so when I have ingrown brows really bad, I have a lot of redness and like scarring basically to hide. But look at the difference between those two. You can see how it kind of sharpened it up. And get just a tad bit more. And you can see on my brush, it is a tiny, tiny little bit. One container should last you 2 years. So if you get too much on there, it's gonna look like you have a light bulb on or a disco ball under your eye, so please don't do that. I'm getting so little for this video that it's not even enough, but just a tiny bit. Then you go for your eye base. It looks just like brow lift, but more of a wheat tone. And you can see how as I'm spreading this across my eye, it's neutralizing any veins or redness. I've always had very thin skin on my eyelids. You've always been able to see the veins, so I love how this covers it all up. But if I'm being really lazy and don't want to put on eyeshadow, look how clean and smooth that looks. There we go. So one brush, 3 different products, really even eyelid, Now I've got some defined brows, and then I'm ready to do eye makeup. There you go.